stand mute, waive formal reading of the information.
Okay, for arraignment purposes, I'll enter a not guilty plea. Mr. Johnson, is it correct you're going to plead guilty to the amended charge of failure to display a valid operator's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris in private today about your case and about your rights?
I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'd like to bring your attention to October 5th, 2018, around 5:20 p.m. in the area of Gallagher and Winchester in the city of Detroit, where you're operating a 2003 Chrysler white vehicle without an operator's license on your person.
Yes.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will amend the charge of failure to display a valid operator's license. Mr. Johnson, because of the pandemic, I've been waiving everyone's fines and costs, so I will do the same for you, so you're at a zero balance with the court, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Johnson, did you post the bond?
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you post?
$240.
Okay. So you'll get 195 of that back, $45 I'm going to apply to your reinstatement fee, and that goes to the Secretary of State to get your license reinstated, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.
Thank you. Deshaun Fields.
Yes, ma'am.
Calling cases P986787, driver license suspended, repeat offender, no insurance. P990227, driver license not valid or proper license and no insurance. 415158, no operator's license in possession. U47576918 in the clerk after closing. 317573, no operator's license on person. Appearance.
Erica Harris on behalf of Mr. Fields. Mr. Fields, please state your name for the record.
Deshaun Fields.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client will stand mute, waive formal reading of the information. It is my understanding that he is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation. Is that correct, Mr. Fields?
Yes.
Mr. Fields, can you raise your right hand? You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
Mr. Fields, you were in court. Is that how you'd be sitting at the podium?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand, Mr. Fields, that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to bring your attention to May 4th, 2019, around 8:25 p.m. in the area of Verner and Waterman in the city of Detroit, where you're operating a 2015 Cadillac silver vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
And were you driving it without insurance and without a valid license?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will dismiss the remaining charges. Is there a stipulation of probable cause?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Okay. I will make the amendments to the two counts he pled guilty to. Well, Mr. Fields, did you post a bond on these cases?
Yes.
You gotta speak up for the court reporter.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How much did you post?
It was around 1,600.
You said 1,500?
16, I believe.
Okay. So I'm going to apply your bond to any reinstatement fees you have with the court, and I will have the balance returned to you in the mail, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And also for today, 2 counts is typically about $480. I'm going to go ahead and waive those fines and costs today for you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all,
How you doing?
Thank you.
you are welcome.
Oh, not on me.
Oh, you leave.
Dennis Jones.
Yes.
Okay, it's the People versus Dennis Jones, calling case 273832. Open intoxicated motor vehicle and driver while license suspended. This was on Friday's docket, set for a pretrial appearance.
Chair Rika Harris on behalf of Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, please state your name for the record.
Dennis Jones.
Your Honor, after discussing the matter with Mr. Jones, it's my understanding that he is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation. Is that correct, Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Jones, can you raise your right hand?
ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
You can put your hand down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did, okay. Anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, correct.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, you wish to continue and plead guilty.
Yes.
I'd like to bring your attention to September 7th, 2016, around 12:15 a.m. in the area of Trumbull and Warren in the city of Detroit. We're operating a 2002 Chrysler silver vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, Judge. Thank you.
Okay, I will accept your guilty plea and dismiss the remaining charges. There stipulation of probable cause.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Mr. Jones, did you post the bond?
Yes, ma'am. I forgot how much it was.
Was it more than $1?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so I will apply that to your reinstatement fee that will go to the Secretary of State. And anything that's left over will be sent back to you in the mail, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'm also waiving your fines and costs for today's cases. It'll be $240 normally, but because of the pandemic, I've been giving everybody a break, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, we have a couple people calling in now. Start with the iPhone and white t-shirt. What is your name? Go ahead and unmute your phone first. You're still muted.
Montez fails.
Montez
Fails.
Fez
Fails.
Fails. Okay. I see. All right, Mr. Fails, you are checked in. I can do that, actually.
I gave her that phone to the one that's next to him.
That's actually the name of the document.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Fails, I'm putting you back on mute until we get off, okay?
All right.
Is it Dwayne Queese? Hello, Dwayne Queese Jones, can you answer, please, so we can check you in? back to Ms. Bridget Floyd. Go ahead and unmute your phone, Ms. Floyd. Okay, this is People versus Bridget Floyd. Calling cases P 936908. Driver's license never required. P 877380. Driver's license never required. Count 2, no insurance. And P 962458. Driver's license never required and no insurance. Here.
Chair Rita Harris on behalf of Ms. Floyd. Ms. Floyd, please state your name for the record.
Bridget Floyd.
Your Honor, after discussing the matters with Ms. Floyd, it's my understanding that she is waiving her right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation. Is that correct, Ms. Floyd?
That's correct.
Okay, Ms. Floyd, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear I do.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Can you say that one more time? Your audio went out.
Yes.
There we go. Okay. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial?
Yes, I understand.
And knowing that you're waiving that right to a trial, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to bring your attention to December 3rd, 2018, around 2:30 p.m. in the
I'm
area
sorry?
South. I'd like to bring your attention to December 3rd, 2018, around 2:30 p.m.
Okay.
in the area South and Joy Road in the city of Detroit. We're operating a 2007 white Nissan vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes.
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay, I will dismiss the remaining counts. There's stipulation probable cause.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Floyd, as I've been doing with everyone else, I'm going to waive your fines and costs today. That'll save you $240. And I'm going to apply your bond, if you posted one, to your reinstatement fees. That fee is a $45 charge that goes to the Secretary of State, and whatever's left over will be sent to you in the mail, okay?
Okay. I'm just wondering, how could I update my address as well, because I paid a couple of tickets online and they told me that they sent a refund back because it was an overpayment, but they didn't have the correct address.
Okay, we'll just use the chat function on Zoom. I'll send you a message now requesting.
Okay.
You can put it in there. I keep scrolling up.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And then as soon as I get that, I'll update it in file. Montez fails. One second, Mr. Fail. Okay, Ms. Floyd, I have your updated address. You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
Oh, that's it for everything?
You're all set, yeah.
Okay, have a great day.
You too. And whose number is 704-2727?
Hello,
Yes, what's your name?
David Johnson.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I have you checked in. You said David Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, before we do Mr. Phil, let's get Mr. Freeman out of here. Hi, Freeman.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there's a recommendation to dismiss both, so I don't think we need to talk to you about that.
Okay.
Okay, this is the People versus Kyle Freeman, calling case 204-14204. Count 1, reckless driving. Count 2, open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver. Today's date set for a trial. Karen?
Sharika Harris on behalf of Mr. Freeman. Mr. Freeman, please state your name for the record.
Kyle Freeman.
And I believe also, if Officer Reed is not on here now, he was on here and checked in for the trial. I have a recommendation from the prosecutor to dismiss based off of lack of recollection and inability to find the original ticket from the court. So I will adopt the recommendation to dismiss both counts without prejudice. Mr. Freeman, your cases have been dismissed, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have any
Appreciate
questions?
it. No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for wearing the shirt and tie.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. Montez fails. You didn't speak to him yet, did you? No?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so let me put you in with Mr. Wait a second. Just seems the officer showed up. Is there an officer? Oh, you know what? I can't read his handwriting. Mr. Friday. Mr. Troy Friday,
Yes, ma'am.
did you have retained counsel? Did you have hired an attorney for this matter? Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. Davis.
Okay, is he jumping on today?
He said he was actually on his way to court physically.
Okay. Hold on one second, Mr.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Friday, we're waiting for your attorney and, can't really do much quite yet, okay? So just hold tight for a couple minutes. He said, like you said, he'll be in the building. I'll have him come down here or check in as soon as he's done. As soon as he's done down the hall. So Montez failed. Do you unmute your phone?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
I'm going to put you into a breakout room. Go ahead and hit join on your screen when it pops up. And his offer is for failure to display.
Thank you.
Officer Amy Rod.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Say you were here for, because I'm looking, I only see a Sarah Foster on the document.
I'm here for a Tylon Jackson.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Tylon Jackson has not checked in, so he's going to be cases, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
All right, you too.
Put it away. Oh, David Johnson, go ahead and unmute your phone.
Hello?
Yes. So Johnson, I'm
Hello?
ready to speak to Attorney Harris about your case.
Failed to display, correct?
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, that's your. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, she did. I just
You
gave
don't
you
miss
to you.
anything.
Huh?
You don't miss anything.
I can see it pop up. Okay.
Hello? Hi, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm gonna put you into a breakout room to speak to Attorney Harris about your cases, okay?
Okay.
So hit join on your screen when you see it pop up to go into a breakout room. Okay, now, the offer, she has
Mm-hmm.
several cases.
Mm-hmm.
The offer is for her to plead guilty to 4 failure to display, 2 improper plates, and 1 as charged for supplying false information and or ID to a police officer with a 3-month delay sentence. Got
Who
it?
failed to display improper plates as charged to false ID with a 3-month delayed sentence.
Yep.
And if possible, could we look up Mr. Johnson, David Johnson's payment history with the court? Because he believes he may have paid this ticket. Thank you.
He didn't. He can't even pay this without going before the judge.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I hope you heard that. Okay, I'm gonna join the breakout room and I'll come back.
Okay, I'll explain it to him.
But I believe he paid about $600 in other matters. And I did try to explain to him that this particular one is not one he could have paid, but I'm going to join the breakout room.
Okay, thank you. These were, very good. Okay, let's start with Mr. Fails. Go ahead and unmute your phone, Mr. Fails. There you go. Okay, we're on the record. This is People versus Montez Fails, calling case 222982, one count of driving while license suspended. Appearance?
Sharika Harris on behalf of Mr. Fails. Mr. Fails, please state your full name for the record.
Montez Fails.
Your Honor, after discussion, it's my understanding that Mr. Fails is waiving his right to trial and entering a plea pursuant to the recommendation. Is that correct, Mr. Fails?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Fails, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to provide is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, did you have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris today in private about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Did anybody threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for your plea?
No.
Are you pleading guilty on your own free will?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes.
You understand pleading guilty today will waive your right to a trial.
Yes.
Knowing that you're waiving that right, Mr. Fails, do you wish to continue and plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to bring your attention to January 22nd, 2020, around 12:40 p.m. Area of Plymouth and Southfield in the city of Detroit. We're operating a 2019 Ford white vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Yes.
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Fields, I will amend the charge to the 0-point offense of failure to display a valid operator's license. I will also waive your fines and costs today, typically $240. I've been waiving everybody's costs during the pandemic, so you don't have to pay anything today, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
And as far as your bond, did you post a bond on this case?
No.
Okay, so you're all set, unless you have any questions.
Okay. That's thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. Okay, Mr. David Johnson, go ahead and unmute your phone.
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, ma'am.
So Attorney Harris was saying that you thought that you paid the ticket that's before me today. Is that your understanding or your question? Is whether you paid it or not?
Yes.
Okay. So you may have paid or taken care of everything except this one case because this is a misdemeanor. And if it hasn't been handled yet or adjudicated before a judge, you can't make any payments on it. So you probably have just this one case that needs to be taken care of.
Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay.
So that's all. It's just so once you get done with this case here, after we call and go through the guilty plea, then you can go back to the Secretary of State to talk about your license, if your license isn't valid. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we're on the record as the people versus David Clarence Johnson, calling case SP 4266221, one count of failure to display a valid operator's license, not on person. Appearance.
Chair Harris, on behalf of Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, please state your name for the record.
David Clarence Johnson.
Your Honor, it's my understanding Mr. Johnson will enter a plea pursuant to the recommendation.
And you did discuss with him about whether he has a valid license.
Mr. Johnson, is your license valid at this time, or are you awaiting an appointment with the Secretary of State?
No, it's not valid. No.
Okay.
But if the court is inclined to take into consideration the fact that Mr. Johnson has, if I'm not mistaken, paid several other outstanding matters before the court and would dismiss in the interest of justice or pursuant to the fact that he kind of admitted responsibility on other matters, it would be appreciated.
Yeah, I can't do that. That was
I tried.
advocacy on your client's part. I get it. If it was valid, then I would dismiss it because it's just a failure to display. Okay, Mr. Johnson. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
And you did have an opportunity to speak to Attorney Harris in private today about your case and about your rights, correct?
You say have a did what, ma'am?
Did you speak to a lawyer this morning, Ms. Harris, about your case and about your rights?
No.
Do you remember speaking to a young lady who talked to you about your case and what your strategy is going to be this morning?
No, ma'am.
You don't recall just
in a breakout
Hello?
room to speak to someone one-on-one about your case today?
No. Did you say that speaks to them one-on-one, right?
Yes.
No, ma'am.
okay, Your Honor, you know what? We did have a discussion, but I have no problem going back into the breakout room to talk to him about his cases again. Or his case.
Well, he's going to go last because I remember putting him into the breakout room and you spoke to him and you spent the time. So we're going to move on and then we're going to go back to Mr. Johnson afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Ms. Jones, go ahead and unmute your phone.
Can I have a sidebar, Your Honor?
No.
With